Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Miss Liz's Tea Times. That's right, Miss Liz is back, and I am bringing you an update on what I will be doing for 2021. This year, I will be doing something different. Last year, my tea times were free. This year, I'm doing tea times $1 a minute. That's right, $1 a minute. So you can make a difference for $1 in your life. Get your story heard, get your movement, your project, services, programs, everything heard for just $1 a minute. So I am doing tea times for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and an hour. So if you'd like to do a tea time with Miss Liz, you can book your tea time with me. Inbox me on Miss Liz's Tea Times, Making a Difference, or reach out to me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and all over. But tonight I wanted to come to you for tea time because I think it's time that everyone got to see Miss Liz's face and get to know a little bit more about Miss Liz and who Miss Liz is really about. So tonight I will not have anyone in the studio unless I have a few surprises, which I'm good for. So I would like you all to understand that tea time is it's just tea time. It's I don't want it to be made big. I don't want it to be made outrageous. I want it to be a simple tea time. We all need to start improving and taking time for ourselves. We're so much in a rush. We're so much competing, comparing, and outdoing everyone. How about we just take the time to enjoy the moments? Just be ourselves. Be real. If we're having a hard day, we say we have a hard day. If we're having an awesome day, God, we say we have an awesome day. So I really would just like you all out there to know that Miss Liz is just an everyday woman who wants to make a difference with just a simple cup of tea. That's right. This cup here is going to change your life. You see, we move with a snail. We move slowly. We move with love and we move with peace. And we move with being genuine to one another. I myself am also known as a peace ambassador, an advocate, an author, a humanitarian activist. I have many, many titles. But at the end of the day, I am Liz. I am Miss Liz. Everyone says, why Miss Liz? I'll tell you why Miss Liz. Because why do we need to be a Mrs. and a Mr.? Why can't we just be Miss? I know when my loved ones aren't around, they miss me. I know when my loved ones are close by but don't feel connected, they miss me. Miss Liz has many meanings. We take words and we always turn them into things that we assume are what they are instead of getting to know what they really are. I'm a person who looks within. I look within a cup of tea and I see a message and I see your stories and I see the pain that you all have endured. So with a cup of tea, I make a difference because I take the time to listen and I get each and every one of you heard in a different way. You'll hear the word a lot this year in 2021 from Miss Liz, different. Because I truly believe that we are all different. We are all unique and we are all one of the same, but in a different way. I want to bring tea times, I think more in the evenings this year than in the afternoons. Because in the evening is when we get to sit and really enjoy our cups of tea. During the afternoon, we're busy with our children, we're busy with work, we're busy with phones, messages, texts. In the evening, we take time to relax. We take time to read a book, and we take time to enjoy our cup of tea. So I think this year I'm going to focus more on evening teas. I'm also going to focus on a different target this year. The target that I'm going to focus on this year is survivors. I want survivors to reach out to me and get your stories heard. It's time that we stop living in silence It's time that we stop living in our pain and we start growing from our pain. We start watering those seeds and we start making a difference. Because different is beautiful. I also want to bring humor into tea time this year. Because laughter is important. We are so serious day in and day out that we don't take the time to laugh. We don't take time to enjoy the little things, the silliness, the giggles, the wiggles, and just being ourselves. I often get asked this question, why tea, Miss Liz? I'll tell you why. Because for me, tea is not just a liquid. It is a flow of growing. Because when you put a seed in the ground, you need that water. And for me, my tea is my water. My seed is the leaves that I plan to put out there this year in 2021. I want to have in-depth conversations. I want to have roundtables. I want to have it all. Can I do it? Yes, I can. And I will, because I choose to. I am not looking for affidavit. I'm not looking for acceptance. I'm not looking for someone to tell me good job. What I'm looking for is realness. I'm looking for people to understand that we are all human beings. We need to really stick together. Last year was a ride with COVID. Are we done with the ride? No. Will we continue with a ride? Yes, we will. Because there were so many mixed messages out there that none of us know what we're really doing anymore. Many of us are just jumping in and not looking out, not advocating for ourselves because we're living in fear, because we're easily programmed by many others. Follow the tribe or get left behind. Well, I'm here to tell you all, we don't need to follow a tribe. We need to follow ourselves. Because at the end of the day, it's us who takes care of us. It ain't the government. It ain't our families. It ain't our children. It's us. We need to take care of us first. I'm also going to come to you with raw truth. I'm going to come to you with tears this year. I'm going to open up and I'm going to be raw with all of you. I'm going to share my story, bit by bit, with all of you. Many of you have read some of my story, bits and pieces, but not all. So I want to take my bits and pieces and your bits and pieces and make a beautiful masterpiece this year. That is why I am targeting survivors. I am asking survivors to stand up and be a voice. I'm asking survivors of all types of abuse. Survivors of grief, survivors of mental health. I am asking you all to stand up. It is time for 2021 to break stigma. It's time to break our chains, and it's time to shine. We have to no longer hide in shame, live in guilt. And if we are messed up, it is okay to say we are messed up because we have gone through shit and back. And oh, Miss Liz does curse. Miss Liz does swear. Miss Liz is a human being. I come to you with authenticity. I come to you with integrity. I don't come to you programmed or fitting in a crowd. Many, Miss Liz, join us. Miss Liz, we want you. I will only join when I feel in my heart and in my soul that it is right for me. Because again, at the end of the day, who's taking care of me? I am. I often get told, boy, oh boy, woman, you are stubborn. Yes, I am. I am a stubborn woman. I am a hard-headed woman. I am an independent woman. And I choose to be this way because this is how I survived. I got to be where I am today because of the way that I chose to be. Will I change for anyone? No, I won't. Will I change for myself? If I feel I need to, I will. At the end of the day, I know I'm a good person and I give with my heart. I also want to come and I want to say thank you for 2020 and all that it gave me. All the incredible guests that believed in me last year. I want to thank you. I want to really, really, from the bottom of my heart, let you know that you changed my life by giving me space and coming on my platform. I honestly, wholeheartedly enjoyed every single tea time I had last year because I got to know a little bit more about every single one of you. I wish you all the best, and I hope that you all stay in touch in 2021. If you need anything from Miss Liz, I want you to reach out and I want you to ask, and I will be there. When I say I support all the way. I may not support in the circle, but I'll support out of a circle. Due to my own personal values and morals for myself. I encourage everyone out there who wants to make a difference, who is trying to survive during this crazy circus ride that we're all on, to keep going, keep pushing through, and keep knowing that you can make a difference. Now I want you to take your cup of tea and I want you to look in your tea. And I want you to ask yourself this question. What do I want to do with my tea? Where do I want to go with my tea? And who do I want my tea to touch? Those are the things we will be focusing on this year in 2021 on Tea Time with Miss Liz. Again, I am different. I am beautiful. And I'm doing it my way. Because that's what Miss Liz does. And I want to thank you all for joining me tonight on Tea Time. And if you would like to be on Tea Time, book with me. Send me an inbox, send me a message, and we will set you up for an amazing tea time together. With some tears, some laughter, and of course, a cup of tea. We all can make a difference in the world if we all work together. If we all try to understand one another and we stop trying to change everyone. We can all create world peace if we all start understanding that we're all different. We're all made differently, but that doesn't mean that we can't get along. I want everyone to understand that tea time is not a place of seriousness, programming, questions. It's a flow. I want everyone to enjoy their cup of tea. Now, when I give you a cup of tea, do I give you a question or do I get to know you? When you come into my home for a cup of tea, do I have a program set for you or do I have a bunch of treats laid out for you? These are the things that we need to consider when we have a cup of tea. We don't all need to have it all figured out. We just need to go with the flow of the tea. And we can make a difference one cup of tea at a time. I know I can, and you can too. Many have asked me, Miss Liz, what have you been doing since the beginning of the year? Here's what I've been doing. I've been working on my cup of tea. I've been building and watering my tea seeds. I've been opening doors that I don't need to mention to everyone. Because when the time comes, you will see that door open. You will see the change. I'm also working on Miss Liz's tea shops. I'm working on Miss Liz's masterminds. And I'm working on Miss Liz's workshops. Because I believe that the only way for us to heal is to actually sit with somebody who has actually gone through it, who has experienced it, who has lived it, felt it, and understands it. We as survivors go to a counselor for an hour and we leave. But the problem is still there. The pain is still there. The shadows are still there. The fear is still there. So we book another appointment. We go back for an hour. But what if we sat with somebody who has actually gone through similarities, experiences, who has been raped, who has been left, who has been abandoned, who has gone through a divorce, who has lost their child? What if we sat with someone like that? And we didn't need to book an appointment. We just said, hey, my cup of tea needs to be heard. Can I share? That's what tea time is about. We share, we heal, and we understand one another. I don't do tea time for the numbers. I don't do tea time for popularity contest. I don't do tea time to look at me. I'm a superstar. I do tea time because I feel in my heart that it is needed. I do it so that others can understand that our stories do matter, no matter how hard they are, because my pain is my pain. Your pain is your pain. And I want you to know that we all can grow through pain. We all can make a difference with our lives. If we come from a background of no income, we're poor, so we feel that we need to be poor all our lives? I don't think so. If we have no education and we feel like we're not the class genius or the top A student, are we a bad person? Are we not good for society? I don't think so. I think we are just as good because we come with something different. Maybe we come with creativity, we come with openness, we come with wonder, we come with magic, we come differently. And different is beautiful. Tea time is to be opened and understood that tea is teaching educational awareness. The tea is you. The education is your story. The awareness, no longer hiding in shame, no longer hiding in fear. Am I scared now, sitting in front of all of you? Oh my God, yes I am. But for some reason, I feel that I need to be open so others can be open. So if my story can open a door and save a life, you better damn well believe I'm going to do my best to save that life. Now in 2021, a lot of big things happened for me. A lot of huge things that I would have never thought would have happened to me. Coming top 25 influencers for humanitarian in the whole wide world. A little girl who was told she'd be nobody. In 2021, I got that title because people noticed that I'm open and honest, and I do care about all my brothers and sisters from all nations. Also in 2021, and I'm proud, very proud to say this, I became a grandma. I've been a step grandma for many years, but becoming a blood grandma is totally, completely different. The bond, the connection, it is amazing. It is once in a lifetime. So for all the grandmas out there, God, thank you for welcoming me into the club of grandmahood, because my little granddaughter, Raylan Frances Marie McDonald, she is going to be spoiled rotten by this grandma. But she's not going to be called, I'm not going to be called grandma. I'm going to be called Oma, because my daughter wanted me to be called Oma. And for me, that means a lot. Because tea time started when I was a little girl with my Oma. So you see, things fall into place for a reason. Things happen when they're supposed to happen. I really, really am honored to have everyone in my life, everyone who has come on this journey with me, this crazy circus roller coaster ride, from when I was little to when I was a teenager to when I was in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, and I'm slowly crawling up there and getting into my 50s, but not yet. I still have a couple more years before I hit the big 5-0. I want to thank you all. Good or bad, lessons or blessings, I want to thank you all. Because you all are part of who I am today. You have all made me who I am today. Whether you believe it or not, your little piece is a part of me. The broken pieces and the fixed pieces are all a part of me. Tea time this year will be really, really open. I want it to be a place where survivors can be heard. Last year I brought a couple survivors on who have done amazing jobs, who have made incredible changes, who have grown and healed. So I know that there is more stories out there like them. From those stories being shared last year, they made a difference in my life, and they made a difference in many others' lives. I want to thank certain people who were on last year, who are survivors and who are strong, amazing women. Clara Baldwin, amazing young lady. Wendy Robinson, amazing woman. Frankie Norburn, empowerment beyond words. Amy Hudson, amazing, amazing woman who grew and became a leader for young girls. I also had some incredible men on my tea time last year who did amazing projects, who created change in the world. It might have been a little change, but they made a change. Men like Tom Connors, who created the Global Peace Challenge 2020. Corrine Rice, young advocate for mental health. Kevin Rivet, a voice to be heard. Mental health, music, bullying. He brought a voice for many things. I had so many incredible guests. Jordan Guilford, Gems for Gems. Incredible guests. So in 2021, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to bring many incredible guests again. And we will have a cup of tea together. Because I believe a cup of tea will change the world. And I'm that crazy lady that believes anything's possible if I put my mind to it. Many have mocked me, teased me, laughed at me. You can't do it. Well, I'm here to tell you I can, and I will. And I want to thank you all for joining me this evening for tea time and making a difference. Because I see you, even when you don't speak. I'm watching. And I see your seeds growing and filling the world with love. So I want to thank you all for an amazing cup of tea. And let's make a difference, one cup of tea at a time. Because tea is teaching, educational awareness, and it's good for the soul. So thank you, and God bless.